The most overrated and underrated idols in K-pop. K-pop is full of insanely talented idols, but let's be real, some get way too much hype while others don't get nearly enough recognition. So today, we're talking about the most overrated and underrated idols in K-pop. Before we start, let me just say, overrated doesn't mean bad, and underrated doesn't mean they have no fans. Some idols are just pushed more by companies, while others deserve way more attention. Okay, let's get into it. The most overrated idols. Alright, let's start with overrated idols. Again, this doesn't mean they're untalented, but maybe they get more hype than they actually deserve. 1. Jin, BTS. The visual that can't sing? Let's be honest, Jin is praised more for his looks than his talent and for being funny. There is nothing wrong with being a visual, but when people act like he's the best in the group despite being mediocre at singing, dancing, or rapping, it's a little questionable and embarrassing. Even Jin himself seems aware of his capabilities, so it's time for ARMYs to accept it too. 2. Wonyoung, IVE. Overhyped by their company. Wonyoung is pushed to the front no matter what. Her company, Starship, makes sure she gets the best outfits, the best lines, and the best screen time, even when other members are just as talented. It's not her fault, but it definitely makes her feel overrated. But at the end of the day, Wonyoung still deserves her popularity. She is a hard-working girl. It's her company we should blame for not treating every member right.
Cha Eunwoo, Astro, visual over everything. Eunwoo is undeniably one of the most handsome idols in K-pop, but people act like he's a top-tier vocalist, dancer, and actor when he's just okay. He's good, but not great in any of those categories, yet his popularity is through the roof just because of his visuals. If he weren't as handsome, would people hype him up this much?
3. Felix, Stray Kids. The idol who's good at everything but not the best at anything. Felix is decent at singing, dancing, and rapping, but he doesn't really stand out. Despite that, he still gets so much praise like he's the best in K-pop. Meanwhile, there are other idols who are objectively better but don't get half the recognition. Han, for example, is the definition of an idol who is good at everything. He can sing, rap, dance, produce, and write songs. He's the whole package, but when people talk about him, it's about how gay he is with Lee No. Like, can we be serious? 4. Taehyung, V, BTS. Charismatic but overhyped vocally. V has one of the most unique voices in K-pop, but some fans act like he's one of the best vocalists in the industry, when in reality, his technique is not the strongest compared to other vocalists in BTS, like Jungkook and Jimin. He's great in his own way, but the overpraise can sometimes be too much. His facial expressions are also not the best. Every time I watch him, it's just him sticking his tongue out. Once in a while, it works, but he does it all the time for all songs. Like, bro, chill. 5. Jennie, BLACKPINK. A good performer but overpraised. Jennie is undeniably talented, but she's often treated as if she's on another level compared to other idols, when in reality, there are plenty of idols who are just as good, if not better. All of Lisa's live performances, Lisa, and more. She's a great performer, but at times, she seems uninterested on stage, yet she still gets endless praise. Meanwhile, other idols get dragged for doing the same thing. 6. Taeyong, NCT. A good rapper but not the best. Taeyong is a strong performer and a solid rapper, but SM has pushed him as one of the best, when realistically, there are better rappers in K-pop. Even in NCT itself, like Mark. He's good, but not at the legendary level some fans claim. But still, he's great, and I support him. It's just that the praise is a little too much sometimes, but he's one of the better idols at their job. The most underrated idols. Now let's talk about the idols who deserve way more hype. These idols are crazy talented but, for some reason, they don't get the recognition they deserve. 1. Yeonjun, TXT. The true all-rounder. Yeonjun can rap, sing, dance, and perform like a beast, yet he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Sure, he gets praise once in a while, but when there's a discussion about idols with great skills or the all-rounder conversation, I don't often hear his name. His stage presence is insane, and he carries a lot of TXT's performances, but people still sleep on him compared to other fourth-gen idols. The only conversation that interests them is how he is the IT boy and whatnot, but never a mention of his actual talents. 2. Yoshi, Treasure. An underrated rapper. Yoshi is one of the strongest fourth-gen rappers, but since Treasure isn't as hyped as other YG groups, he doesn't get the recognition he deserves. His flow, delivery, and stage presence are all top tier, yet people rarely talk about him. 3. Jihyo, Twice. The vocalist who carries her group Jihyo is one of the strongest third-gen vocalists, yet she rarely gets mentioned in discussions about K-pop's top female singers. She has insane stability, powerful high notes, and great stage presence, but her talent is often overlooked because Twice is seen more as a performance-based group. Most people always mention Nayeon, which is understandable because she is a good vocalist, but so is Jihyo. So why the double standard? I will never understand K-pop fans. 4. Seungmin, Stray Kids. The forgotten vocalist. Everyone talks about Stray Kids' rap line, but Seungmin's vocals are criminally underrated. His vocal tone, stability, and live performance skills are top tier, but since SKZ is known for their rap-heavy songs, his talent doesn't get enough appreciation. And because Seungmin is not as loud as some main vocalists, people often forget about him, but without his vocals, Stray Kids songs would literally not be the same. 5. Solar, Mamamoo, a vocal powerhouse that deserves more recognition. Solar has one of the best voices in K-pop, period. But because Mamamoo is known as a vocal group, she sometimes gets overshadowed by Hyein and Hwasa. In reality, she's one of the most powerful and stable vocalists in the industry, and she deserves more hype. She would literally end these main vocals if she was in another group, but because she's in Mamamoo, people often underestimate her. You guys need to start opening your eyes and see her potential. 6. Rocky, Astro. One of the best dancers in K-pop. Astro's Rocky is insanely talented. His dancing skills are next level, his stage presence is insane, and he's even a solid vocalist and rapper. Yet, because Astro isn't as popular as other boy groups, people don't talk about him enough. Seriously, can we actually appreciate this man? Do you agree with my list? Who do you think is the most overrated or underrated idol in K-pop? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more K-pop content. Okay, bye, peasants.
Let me know if you guys want male or female voice.
Let me know if you guys want male or female voice.